Hey guys, it's Linda Hobson, your hashtag online BFF, back with you again today. And today I want to talk to you about a fantastic experience that I had over the weekend. As you may remember, a couple of videos ago I talked about getting out of that rut that my family was in, where we were homebodies and just didn't really do a lot of social things, and I wanted to get out of that rut, and so we went to a friend's party and had a really great time. Well, this weekend we went to the Ringo Starr and his All Starr Band concert at the Fabulous Fox in St. Louis, Missouri, and had such a great time. There were so many wonderful things about that night. First of all, the tickets were a gift from our friend Greg Bissonette, who is the drummer of the band alongside Ringo Starr. And yes, I'm name dropping. And so the seats were super close. I think we were like in the eighth row. So we had a great view of the stage and all the action that was going on. It was, of course, at the Fabulous Fox, which is a wonderful venue to see anything from musical theater to a concert like where we were, and so it was a really, really great night. Now, I am a Beatles fan. I mean, who isn't? But it's not like I really followed Ringo Starr after the band broke up. And so I wasn't really sure what to expect music-wise. But it was so fun. We were singing at the top of our lungs. We were clapping our hands. And of course the music was from the late 70s, early 80s, and which is when I was growing up. So, you know, knew all the words and just had a really great time. And as we were walking out to the car, I said, you know, Ringo Starr is really a genius. And the reason I say that is that, you know, he could have sat back on his laurels of being a Beatle, and I'm sure he makes a very nice income from that. But he wouldn't be continuing to pursue his passion, which is the music industry, being part of a band, being a drummer, being a singer-songwriter. And, you know, he didn't really have the huge success after the band broke up like John and Paul. And so, you know, what was he going to do? You know, I'm sure he wanted to tour, and he does cut CDs and cut, you know, albums. I don't know what they call them now. Old school would be an album or a CD, but anyway, still cutting new music. And so to get around that and still be able to pursue his passion, he collaborated with other band members, which I'm sure were kind of in the same boat, where they wanted to tour, but they couldn't necessarily tour with the band that they became famous with. And so they collaborated with Ringo Starr and really concocted this wonderful musical venue for audiences to enjoy around the world. And I want to really, my point of this video is that the whole is bigger than the sum of its parts. And I want to talk about that as far as business is concerned, but I want to go back to the concert just for a minute to kind of reiterate my point. The members of the band change from time to time, although these members have been together for about 3 years. And the members right now are, of course, Ringo Starr, our friend Greg, Steve Lukather from Toto, Greg Raleigh is the keyboardist from Santana, Todd Rundgren, Richard Page from Mr. Mister, and then a man who I'm not really familiar with but was fantastic, Mark Rivera. He did vocals as well as saxophone, clarinet, and like percussion, like bongo drums and things like that. And he was really, really good. I just wasn't really familiar with who he was. And really, to make my point, you know, when you think of Santana, you think of Carlos Santana. It was his musicality of his fantastic guitar playing that really is the whole of what Santana was. And although he had band members, he had drums and he had a keyboardist. You know, when people think of Santana, they think of Carlos Santana and his guitar playing. But that doesn't mean that the keyboardist doesn't have a passion and doesn't want to continue playing Santana songs. So on Friday night during the concert, they played 3 Santana songs. And of course it was the keyboardist from Santana, as well as Steve Lukather from Toto did the guitar playing for those songs, and it was so good. It was like hearing Santana. I mean, perfect. It was just, they were so good together. And so really they all bonded together, collaborated as a band for a common purpose, which is to pursue their passion as musicians, singers, songwriters, and members of a band. And so that kind of turns around to my point of being in business. When you're in network marketing, you don't really think about being a team as collaborating with people who are lateral from you. You think about the person that sponsored you, or a leader who is, above you, either your sponsor or maybe your sponsor's sponsor, who is your mentor, who, shows you the way to success, who is, hopefully a great mentor to you and tells you like it is, tells you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. And so you think about your leader, and then you think about, as far as teams, you think about the team that you're building, the people that are coming into your business, because we all own the businesses individually, right? And so we don't really think in network marketing, we don't really think about the collaboration that can really help with success if you collaborate with your team members that are in your team from your leader, the people that what I call are lateral to you. And so, I kind of want to go over some key points, because I really believe that the whole is greater than the sum of its parts, and that rising tides raise all ships, right? So working, instead of thinking of each other as maybe competitors, to really collaborate and to be cohorts in this business can really help you in your individual success as well as the success of the team. So I want to go over just a few key points as to why I think this is important. Number one is experience. Everybody brings different experience to the table. Somebody who is just green and has never been in network marketing comes in, but they have a fresh pair of eyes. They see things from a different perspective. Doesn't mean that they can't add to your team's collaboration. As well as the person who's been around it for years and knows old school and new school and just knows a lot of stuff. Sometimes they're going to bring great experience to the table, but sometimes they need those fresh eyes from the new person to really help brighten things up as well. Number two is knowledge, which of course is different than experience. Experience is what you do. Knowledge is what you know. And even on the same team, you may bring in different knowledge. Maybe somebody really follows Danny Johnson, or follows or has learned from Tony Robbins, or maybe you go to the same event, but you go to a breakout room with one leader when your friend on the same team goes to a different breakout room with another leader and learns something completely different. So you can bring different knowledge to the table. Number three is branding. When you're, and branding is so important individually. And one of my key phrases is that your product is not the product, you are the product. That you really need to brand yourself, because people are going to join you for you, not for your product, your service, or your business opportunity. However, when you're first starting out, you need to build that branding, your name for yourself, but you can leverage the branding of your team. Maybe your team has a name for itself, that they're really fast growing, or that they have a lot of training, extra training for the team, and maybe they have leaders that on that team that have really made a name for themselves. You can leverage those experiences, those successes, whatever's going on in your team, you can leverage that when you're doing your marketing, as well as the person that maybe just got in a few weeks before you did. It doesn't have to mean that they've been in a year and they've done, so much in that year. They could have been in for 3 weeks longer than you, and you can say, hey, I just started, but this gal, she got in 3 weeks before me, and she's already doing this, this, and this. And so I really know I'm in the right place at the right time. So you can leverage everybody from new person all the way up to top dog. The next point is taking care of each other. One of the things that I really loved about our company and continue to love about our company is the way we take care of each other. There was an event a few months ago where one of the big leaders wanted to come, but because of personal reasons could not. But a lot of their team was coming to the event, and the leaders of our company, as well as just people in general, took care of their team and made sure that they felt welcome, that they didn't miss a beat, even though their leaders were unfortunately not able to attend. And that is just says a lot. That you take care of each other, you take care of your own, and you're all gonna succeed. The next one is social clout. Number 6 is social clout. And when you're making social media posts or a blog post, it's the same thing. You can share you can leverage the successes or the things that are going on within your team, within what your leader's doing, if they're getting success, or just another member of the team got a great success. Share that and leverage that, and you're going to be able to rise with them. And then number 7 is unified purpose. We're all in this basically for the same thing. We want freedom of finances, freedom of time, and we want to help other people achieve their dreams. And so when we have that unified purpose, we can use the team to make it just a stronger voice, a bigger voice. So not only, pay attention to you and your successes and follow your leader, collaborate with your teammates, because I tell you, it is going to help with your success. And I will see you on the next video. I believe in you. You are a diamond, so shine on. If you do want to join my team, who I love, click on the link below and you will be connected to me on the other side. I will see you in the next video.